power. Kea Simone. With Kea Simone. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself. Trying to find someone else. Hey. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself. Trying to find someone else. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself. Trying to find someone else. Woman with power. Woman with power. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. If you a woman with power. Woman with power. Say yeah, yeah. Hey. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself. Trying to find someone else. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that intro because the song, what is going on? Okay, thank you. The song must have overlapped or something, but thank you. I'll fix that. Sorry about that intro because the song, what is going on? Okay, thank you. The song must have overlapped or something, but thank you. I'll fix that. Sorry about that intro. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. I am so sorry. Sorry. So thanks for being patient with me. Sometimes StreamYard do not want me to be great, okay? But we're gonna go ahead and jump into this letter. Hello, Princess K. So hey, lovely people, it's your girl Kea Simone coming to you straight from the 313, and you already know what it is. It's all love. So let's just go ahead and jump into the letter. Yes, I am doing well. I hope you're doing well also. Yes, I'm doing very well. So thank you for joining me for your lunch break. Let's get some advice to this person. So this letter kind of remind me of the LL Cool J song, I Need Love. Okay, so the writer, let's just go ahead and dig right in and give the writer some advice. So the writer says, all my life, I've been fiercely caring and protective of the people I love. And I like that about myself. I have an absolutely amazing partner and incredible friends, all of whom I love to death. I do anything for them, but I don't think I've ever really truly loved in my life. Not just like for who I am, but love completely in a way that someone wants me to be well, wants to put me first, and wants to celebrate the fact that I'm alive and in their life. My birthday was a week ago, and my best friend forgot it. I got two of my dearest friends thoughtful Christmas presents. Nobody got me anything in return. I've had so many people in my life I thought were my friends who tell me they miss me and they hope I'm okay, but they never actually made an effort to make sure I'm okay. I don't need to be adored and I don't need to be showered with presents. I just want to feel like people care about me the same way I care about them. I try so hard to be the perfect girlfriend. I've traveled halfway across the world to be with my partner. I make him his favorite breakfast every single morning. I cook and pack him lunch to take to work. I cook dinner for us. I ask him how his day was, and when he's talking, I give him my full attention because I love him so much and I want him to feel heard. I watch his favorite films with him because it makes him happy. I do cute little things. Put a love note in his lunchbox every day. I satisfy him in the bedroom without ever asking for anything in return. I consistently explore ways to communicate with him better and to regulate any emotions better so that me being sad sometimes. I struggle with mild depression and anxiety and doesn't hurt us. In return, he never remembered my birthday. He's cooked for me exactly once. He doesn't really know how to cook, so I don't expect this, but I'll happily eat scrambled eggs forever if it meant he would care for me enough to want to cook me breakfast sometimes. He's fallen asleep doing every film I picked. This isn't his fault, but it means a lot to me. Sometimes I'll be talking about something that's important to me and I'll be interrupted by something. So I stop. He'll never ask me to continue. He doesn't ask about what's going on with me and my family. He'll never ask if I'm hungry, despite me barely even ever eating when he's home. He's never made an effort to satisfy just me in the bedroom. Whew. All I want is for him to make me a cup of tea, hug me when I'm sad, and maybe even go down on me sometimes. And I have no idea if I can even allow myself to think these thoughts because it makes me feel selfish and I never want to expect anything. I want to always express my gratitude for people in my life and that they even choose to be here. But holy heck, I am so desperate for just random acts of kindness from people I love that would tell me that they really care about me. My head is such a mess of jumbled up thoughts about how much I crave to be cared for, then me immediately scolding myself for being selfish. I'm tired. Note, I've never cared for the way I care for others, and I don't know how to handle these thoughts. Whoo, let's jump right on in. Yes, 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 yes. So, so what do you, woo child? Yeah, Princess K, woo child. So the first thing I want to say is, ever you start the letter off, people, be honest with yourselves. Because in the first sentence, you want to say he's amazing. And then you want to say all these things that are wrong. So what is it? Is he amazing or is he slacking? Okay. Because if none of your needs are being met, maybe he's not so amazing, okay? And then it was contradictory. Are you talking about your boyfriend, your family, your friends? Because those are different relationships. I'm bad with remembering birthdays. Now, if it's a partner, I'll try to make a effort to remember your birthday. But that kind of sucks if he's your partner and you guys are together and he doesn't remember your birthday. Like, I mean, we have so much technology now. You can put it in your phone. I have a calendar, a dry board calendar on my refrigerator. So I just to keep up with stuff. So I would suggest the writer reads the book, The Five Love Languages, and maybe sit down with her partner, have him do the read the book also and take the test. So I say this is because most people don't know what their love language is. Really? Like they don't. So it was like she wanted gifts and then she wanted acts of service. But if he can't cook, why are you trying to make him scramble eggs? I don't get it. And Princess K says, okay, so the letter says thoughts. Have you actually spoken to your partner? Exactly. I need to know. Have you spoken to your partner? Because you're sitting there with all these, you're mad. A lot of times people be mad at somebody. And honestly, the person don't even know they mad and people be going on about their life and she's sitting somewhere just miserable. So she's just sitting somewhere, just probably sitting on the couch mad. Like, just mad because you are right, Princess K, that did she discuss anything with her partner? So maybe he's clueless. I mean, like, I don't like cooking, so that's not my love language. But if it is your love language, I might make a little effort, and we might have to compromise. But like, okay, how do you feel about me ordering in? I know how the best places to order from. So just because I'm not physically cooking it, what if I bring you food? What's the difference? So you feel better because someone cooked you a meal because she wants eggs. You're not gonna eat eggs, sis. Let's be realistic. Let's be real. You're not going to eat eggs every day. So that does not prove he loves you because he cooks you eggs. I had an ex that cooked his butt off, okay? He cooked that's probably why I gained so much weight. This guy would cook I think he would put the whole dozen of eggs on a bagel and put like cheese on it and meat. And it was just like a lot for breakfast. But I would be like, oh, yeah, I'm eating it. But that doesn't mean he loved me anymore. That just means he liked to cook. So, ma'am, I wouldn't suggest that you think that love is determined based off of him cooking for you. So it was a lot of stuff that was going on that it sounds like you just need to talk. So that doesn't determine if he loves you because he didn't the way he has sex with you. Maybe he doesn't feel comfortable doing that type of sexual act. So maybe you should have a conversation and say, hey, you know, if I do this to you, I'm expecting, you know, this back. Is there a problem? You know, so I think in this letter, your issue is communication. So let's see what Princess K has to say. She said, if my partner wasn't returning anything, didn't remember my birthday, and is a selfish bed lover, I would talk to him about it. If he continues after we've talked about it, then I would drop it. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking, Princess K. I'm with you. We're on the same page. It's communication. So if I'm telling you, like I said, once we determine our love languages, like one of the hardest love languages for me is them kind words. So I'm like, if you know you dope, just be dope. I can't, it's hard for me to, like, you know, hype somebody up all the time. But if I love you, I would make an attempt to let you know how awesome you are. So again, you have to know someone's love language, because if you're doing something for someone and that's not their love language, she's writing notes in there. If that's not my love language, I'm just gonna think it's a note. I'm not gonna be like, oh, how cute. Like, my love language is not gifts, because for some reason people never buy me the gifts that I want anyway. So I'm not just a random gift girl. So if you give me a gift, I'll be like, oh, okay, nice. Because I probably already bought what I really wanted anyway. So gifts are really not my love language. So if you do a gift and you be like, why she's not motivated or why she's not moving. So she needs to figure out what her love language is and figure out what his is, and they should be able to talk to that. LV, hey, good afternoon. Yes. On our lunch break, giving out advice. So yeah, I had a chef. That's what he actually was. He was a sous chef. So, you know, that's what he liked to do, cook. But that doesn't mean the way the relationship ended. Evidently, that all those meals did not mean he loved me anymore. So yes, LMV said, hi, Princess. LMV also said, I used to be with a chef and gained 20 pounds. Exactly. I was at my highest with this guy. Like, he would like cook all kinds of stuff. So again, you know, she's wanting, it sounds like she's almost looking for a parent, because she wants all these validations. So sis, that doesn't mean anyone love you anymore. And then it's like with her friends, like, okay, they don't do the same thing back. I'm with you earlier, what you said, Princess K. You know, if it's a one-way street, you have a conversation with your friends. I had just had a friend the other day that I was just like, you only call me when you want something. So this is not going to be a take every time you just keep calling, take. No, we're not going to do that. So, yeah, you have to have a conversation, because again, what may be important to you may not be important to others. Do you guys agree that she just need to basically sit down? She says she's looking for love, but you know, maybe she's mixing up with what love really means. So again, find your love language, find his, communicate, end of story. And I'm with Princess K. If he don't do right, give him the boot, okay? Because again, if you're not married, move on. Again, that's the best thing when you're dating. When you're dating, you get to like figure out stuff, and if it don't work, guess what? You can go. Marriage is a little bit different because it's a commitment, okay? You're tied together, but dating, when you start seeing those red signs, you can go ahead and just get out. Nothing is holding you there, and you can move on. And like I said, just like anything in life, you know, you're like, okay, this is not fitting for me. Let me move on. So yeah, sis, I think she should move on. Thank you, Princess. So we have time to read the other letter. So let me pull that one up. So how are you guys doing? Awesome. So I lost my letter. Let's see. So Princess says, if you tell someone that what they are doing is hurting you and they continue with it, move on. They don't care enough to fix it. Exactly. I had a partner like that where he would just keep doing stuff. And I was just like, sir, you know what I'm saying? I would tell him certain things will bother me, and some things really was causing me great stress, and he just kept doing it. So I was like, well, I ain't the one for you, because it's obvious that all these other things that you're doing are more important than these other people. So I hope we get one of those letters, because that was a quite interesting situation where he he was, had a female friend and it was some inappropriate behaviors. And I was like, okay, she gotta go. And he kept trying to have her around. So I was like, okay, you got her around for a reason. But, we'll get into that later. Princess K says, I'm doing well. I have a late day for work. It's 9:14 a.m. here. So my day is just starting. Where are you at, Princess? California? So let's get to the next letter. Ooh, so let me make this big so I can see. You guys know I can't see. Okay, so it's getting over a breakup. So I, 27 male, was dating a woman, 24. We met on Hinge. Okay, what is Hinge, guys? I don't know what Hinge is. In the middle of September. And we officially got together in November. The next 3 months were absolutely amazing. At the time, at least. I have never felt so loved. And we were clicking so well. It felt like everything I did was perfect for her, and everything she did was perfect for me. It was moving quickly, but it felt so right. She gave me a handmade Christmas gift that was just like incredibly full of love less than a month ago. She was just someone who was incredibly kind and sweet, which makes what happens next even more shocking to me. Last weekend, she invited me to meet her parents, and it seemed like it went really well. They invited me to go with them to see some of their extended family the next day as well, and again, it felt like it was really well too. On the Monday after we hung out again, she said she was worried about where I told her parents where I'd choose to live after finishing grad school if I could choose anywhere. But that really wasn't a big deal for me. And there aren't really a lot of good job opportunities there for me anyways. And I communicated that. I also told her that after meeting her parents and family, I felt like even better than I had been about the relationship. On Thursday, we're going to meet to go on a walk on campus. We are both graduate students at the same university in different departments. And she said she was coming by and I was waiting in the hallway and ran into my friend who had been away on an internship. So he hadn't met her yet. When she came in, I introduced him to her, but she didn't get very close. And then as soon as we went outside, she told me she felt the opposite after the weekend and dumped me. I was obviously upset about this, but I went back and I told my friend she was actually not my girlfriend anymore. They tried to cheer me up a bit. I then went home and just shot her a text asking what went wrong. And she just said, just didn't feel like the right fit for me. She also told me I didn't offend her family or anything, but obviously didn't make me feel much better. So I was super sad all weekend. Eventually, late on Saturday night, I had some good fortune, and I kind of remember how genuinely lucky I am. So I was in a bit of a better place. So since I felt like a lot better, I decided I would again try to ask what happened. I wrote a message in the notes app and then sent it to a couple of friends to make sure it wasn't too much or anything. She did respond and told me she felt hard and fast, but we had just been together alone. And seeing me with the people she really cared about was like popping a bubble, and she didn't think we were a good fit anymore. I responded with if something is it something else, I get it, but if it is the location thing, we should talk about it. She said it wasn't the main thing in a much aggressively phrased message. So I was like, okay, if it wasn't that, then I feel the same way, but please tell me the main reason. And she didn't respond, which I understand is fair. I realized that it is over and I'm not trying to win her back or anything. And I don't think I could really trust her again if she wanted me back. But I am just sorry. I used to get rid of the cuss word. Sorry about that. I realized that I pretty much got closure, at least more than most people. And I don't really want to talk to her anymore. This wasn't really a long-term relationship. I didn't know her all of 6 months. I definitely thought she could be the one, but I realized it had been a few months and that was something we actively talked about. I'm legitimately embarrassed that I am so emotional about this. She indicated she was still in 100% before the trip. and everyone has fun. She cuddled with me in the backseat of her parents' car afterwards. How is the wild of swing even possible? Does anyone have any tips on how to get over it? I'm having a lot of trouble sleeping or really doing anything other than actually talk to people. I've lost 5 pounds since last Thursday from having no appetite. It completely distracted at work. I have like important deadlines coming up, things used to go distracted myself to help. I've come to drop in therapy sessions through my university, and my normal counselor moved up my appointment to Thursday morning, but I can't really afford to miss any more work right now. I do feel a bit better after writing this, but I know I'm going to start to get sad again as soon as I walk away from the computer. Tips for getting over being blindsided dumped after 3 months of an awesome whirlwind relationship. So, Brother Man said it was a whirlwind relationship. Okay, so y'all only been dating 6 months, sir. You got so much going on for yourself. You're in grad school. Pursue your career. It's 6 months. Luckily, she told you in 6 months that it's not working out. What type of closure do you want? I always tell people, sometimes you're not going to get closure. Trying to push people for closure, sometimes you just got to move on. And sometimes you just got to move on and just live your life. I mean, like, I was in a marriage with someone that I've known since 1996. Didn't get closure, but you can't go looking for closure from somewhere that you're not going to get it. So sometimes we think that we are going to get closure or we need closure. You're not. So you have to learn how to move forward without getting closure. For her, maybe she just was like, okay, this is too much. Even if she felt like she was falling too hard, maybe she felt like, okay, I need to focus on my school. She's in school also. She's working on some stuff. So maybe she was like, okay, you know what? This is moving too fast for me. I got a lot going on. Who knows? But you're trying to make closure on a 6-month whirlwind. Whirlwind mean y'all had some ups and downs or some stuff going on in that short period. So if you guys are already having some stuff going on in a 6-month period, keep it moving, okay? Princess K says, if you're not eating, force yourself to. Sometimes not eating contributes to depression. I'm thinking it's more than her, that it may be something with the school that you're trying to avoid, or something with your degree that you're trying to do that you're avoiding. Because again, 6 months, it was a relationship. It happened, just appreciate the good times you guys had. Yeah, you do have to force yourself to eat because I remember when I went through my separation, I lost so much weight. I was like, people were starting to look at me like, okay, you okay? That was like they was like, that's a crazy diet. I was like, no, this is not a diet. I just need to get myself together. So yeah, just to keep yourself from getting additional health issues, try to get something to eat. Also, you did the first good thing. You went to see a counselor. That's what's going on right there. If you got a good counselor, talk that thing out. Go over, what, happened or why you're feeling with it. Because I bet you that relationship with that girl is not the root cause of why you're depressed. A lot of times it's the, thing that, you want to focus on because that's what's happening in the now. But yeah, I don't think you should worry about what happened. But you said that you want advice on how to not be depressed. Find happy things to do. Hang out with friends. You had friends that you called to ask about the letter. So, be around positive people that you enjoy being around, and don't focus on the relationship. Just find stuff that make you happy, even activities that make you happy. Find things that make you happy to bring you joy, and eventually it will get better. Trust me, I've been there a couple of times, too many times to really count. But yeah, just find some other sources to, just go out, just so you won't focus on it, okay? And I just want to go back to the letter I Need Love because I just thought about something else about the lady from the first letter. So if you jumped in late, we read a letter about a lady that's doing for others and she wants the same thing. I always tell people, don't expect you in others. So if you go into any relationship, whether it's a work relationship, it's an intimate relationship, it's a friendship, family, if you go into those relationships expecting you from others, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're more than likely never going to get another you. Okay? So when you do stuff, make sure you're doing it from the kindness of your heart. If you're doing everything from the kindness of your heart, you're not expecting anything back. And so you won't get upset when you don't get anything in return. So just keep that in mind when you guys are going into relationships, that there may not be other people like you. Like I'm just, I tell you guys, I've been through so much that I have a lot of love in me. So I may do things that, other people don't do. Like I'm the person that, if I think about you, I'm going to text you and I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to say something real nice. Like, hey, just thinking of you. How you doing? I hope you're doing okay. So, I did say I'm not a words of affirmation. So maybe I do have a little bit in me. But, I don't expect my other friends to just be like, okay, just send her a text, good morning, happy Monday, but that's just something that I do. So I don't get mad at my friends because they don't do that. We all have our little things that we like to do. So yeah, make sure that you are doing things from the heart and don't set yourself up for failure. My guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the advice time. We'll do another advice section tomorrow, same time, same place. Just come and be prepared to listen to the letters and we'll give the advice. Thank you, Princess K and LMV. Is there anyone else in the chat that would like a shout out? Yeah, I would love to shout you out. And we come back tomorrow, same time, same place. Kea Simone. Before we leave, Princess K says take up a new activity, set a daily routine for structure, meditate at least 16 minutes a day. Yes, meditate. They will help grow neurons in your brains. Like you have to find peace, like whether it's reading, listening to calming music. Like I have certain music that I listen to when I'm feeling some type of way, and sometimes you need that happy music because sometimes like it's gonna be hard for me to get into another relationship because they probably like, this girl is crazy. Like I sometimes turn on my happy music and I be in the house like having a whole party, but that brings me joy when I'm in here just having I can't dance, be all off beat, but I don't care. I just be in here like getting jiggy with it, and the dog gets jiggy with it too. So yeah, find something that makes you happy. So I wish both writers well. I pray that it works out for both writers. And again, thank you for the advice, guys. And until next time, peace.